Okay, so are you ready for this? This is a wild one. We're going deep on Marcus Jordan.
Son of Michael Jordan,
Yeah, exactly.
the basketball legend.
Yeah,
Mm.
this whole thing with his recent run-in with the law, I mean, you've seen the headlines, right?
Right.
But we're going way beyond that.
Yeah.
Like, we're going deep into the police reports and the news articles, all that stuff you guys sent in.
I think it's really fascinating how much this story has captured everyone's attention. It's like even more than just a typical celebrity DUI. It's
Yeah.
like there's just something about this case that people are really, really interested in.
Yeah, and there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So, early morning, Maitland, Florida, Marcus Jordan ends up with his Lamborghini SUV,
Oh, boy.
stuck on railroad tracks
What?
with a train coming. I mean, come on.
Oh, wow.
It sounds like a movie.
It really does. It's like that image is what really set this whole thing off.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like in the media.
Yeah,
The Lamborghini on the tracks.
it's almost too perfect, like too dramatic. I wonder if it would even be a big deal if it was just some regular dude
Yeah.
in a regular car, you know?
Absolutely.
But, okay, before we get too speculative.
Yeah.
What are facts here? So before the train tracks, there was a police chase. And he's officially charged with DUI, cocaine possession, and resisting arrest, though without violence. I mean, it's some serious stuff.
It is.
And it's interesting because Marcus Jordan, yeah, he's not just some guy riding on his dad's fame. I mean, the guy's a pretty good basketball player himself, played for UCF.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's some, spoiled rich kid who's never had to face consequences before.
Yeah. And I think that's what makes it so interesting. Like on paper, he seems to have everything going for him.
Right.
But then he makes all these choices that put him in this super dangerous situation.
Totally. So how did we even get here?
Hmm.
So in the police reports, they're describing his Lamborghini. It's stuck. Tires are buried. The front end is damaged. This was not just like a little accident.
No, it really shows you how dangerous it is to run from the police.
Yeah.
Like you just make things worse for everyone. You put yourself in danger and other people too.
Yeah.
And in this case, it led him right onto railroad tracks.
It's like, what is going through your head when you decide to do that?
Well, and there are always consequences. So in this case, the police reports say that he looked intoxicated.
Uh-huh.
Like they said he had bloodshot, glassy eyes. They could smell alcohol on him. And he even admitted to having a few drinks.
But he refused the breathalyzer, right?
He did. And in a lot of states, that automatically means your license is suspended, no matter if you're actually over the limit or not.
Oh, wow.
It's a separate charge.
So he's already in trouble even before we get to the cocaine.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then on top of that, he resists arrest, which means even more charges. It's just a whole series of bad choices.
Yeah, and it's interesting looking at the news coverage. Some articles are focusing more on the cocaine possession, and others are really going into the fact that he wouldn't cooperate with the police. It's funny how different outlets kind of pick what they want to focus on.
Well, and they all shape the story in their own way.
Totally.
Yeah. I think it's important to remember that there's always more to the story than just what we see in the headlines. And, this incident obviously raises some questions about privilege and whether he might get special treatment. But we also have to think about what this is going to mean for Marcus Jordan in the long run, because no matter how the legal stuff turns out, this is something that's going to be hard to shake.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So was this just a one-time thing, like a bad decision because he'd been drinking maybe? Or is it a sign of something more serious?
I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens in court. But it definitely makes you think about, the decisions we make and what we have to face because of them. And it makes you think about how being wealthy or famous plays into all of that.
Yeah, and that's, I think, what makes this story so interesting. It's not just about a celebrity DUI. It's like this reflection of bigger questions we have as a society.
Yeah.
And accountability.
And again, consequences.
And what it means to have a famous last name. So what do you guys think? Was this a wake-up call for Marcus Jordan, or is there something more going on here? We'll let you think about that.